Hi there YouTubers and fellow figure collectors. This is Roscoe with my review of the Hot Toys Loki figure from the film The Avengers. Now I got this guy about a month and a half back, but as I said in my C-3PO review, I've just been busy with work and haven't got around to filming any of my stuff that's been coming in, but they're all going up now, and so finally happy to share my thoughts and show you how this guy looks. Alright, let's go take a look at the box. Just like with all the Hot Toys Avenger figures, we have a standard size box. That will change once Hulk arrives, because his one is a lot larger, but the rest of them have stayed the same. Got this nice green colour showing an image of Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston. We have the same Avengers logo in the same spot like all the other boxes, the subtle clear A behind that, the movie Masterpiece and Hot Toys logo down the bottom, and the little small details of sort of dotting throughout the box like all the others I really like. So overall the box looks quite simple. I've mentioned that lots of times in previous reviews of the Avenger figures. Very simple but elegant and quite nice still. So this is the slip cover, so once we turn the side, you still got that green colour that goes right around. And for the emblem on this box, we have Loki's helmet. On the back, we have the green again, and that fades down to a dark green, showing the warnings. So with all the other figures as well, they've had their colour, and that colour fades down to a darker shade. So they kept all the themes the same, which is really nice. So all the figures will eventually match once you have the whole set in the collection, if you plan to do that, like I am. Alright, so once you slide that off, we have our inner box that holds the figure. We've got Loki on the top there, nice copper gold colour. Clear window to show the figure and accessories. The A down the bottom. Once again, we've got the Loki helmet, this time printed in white. On the back we have our credits, so all the people that worked on the figure. So overall nice packaging, but nothing special once again. Right, accessories. We get our Hot Toys instruction leaflet. Now that's something I think you should really look at with this figure, especially when assembling the helmet. It can be quite tricky, but there is also a video on YouTube at the moment showing you how to put that on and off safely. Other than that, I think that's probably the trickiest part of this figure. Everything else is pretty basic, but do look at that before you try it. You get the muzzle. Now that looks really good when you put on the head sculpt, but for me to use that I'd have to leave it on. I have to decide if I wanted it on the whole time, because I think putting that on and taking it off quite regularly could scratch or harm the face sculpt, could take the paint app off or scratch the actual material. So I'm leaving that off, but I have seen it on figures and it does look quite good. You get his two blades, which you can slide into his wrist like he had in the film. You get the shackles, so obviously you have to take the hands off to slide them over the wrists and then put the hands back on. So they're quite detailed. Nice metal chain. We get the smaller scepter, the more folded up, shorter version, when he's not in his royal outfit. Love the tones on that. Also looks like a machine gold look, and then also goes to like a machine silver. Looks like a brushed look there. And you've got the blue sort of energy part there, like the Tesseract energy. So overall that's really nice and a great option if you want him to display with the smaller one. Alright, it comes with plenty of hand sculpts. Got what, 1, 2, 3, 7 spares. They've all got the guard on the top of the hand. Now he's a big guy, this figure. With the helmet on, he's taller than Thor. So his hands are quite large. Not like a small smallish hand you see on a standard figure. They are quite big, especially when these ones are really opened up. Plenty of detail. It's amazing how far even just the hand sculpts have come in the past few years, just the detail just on the hands. And we get a spare hand pegs. We get standard Hot Toy stand, AVENGERS Loki, the large scepter. You can see this one's more spread out. It's a lot longer, it's more like a staff now. Absolutely love that in his hand, looks really good. And lastly, his helmet. Now this comes in two pieces. There's a seam along here in the middle. Now there's like 3 clips in there. But what I've been told is earlier on in the first batch of figures, the back tab was snapping off for people. It wasn't really necessary to have on there anyway. It was still holding quite well with the 2 side ones. And talking to a lot of people that got theirs from the sideshow batch or the later batches like myself, they've taken the back one off anyway. So when you receive the figure, you won't have the back tab. The instructions will say there's 3 tabs, but more than likely yours is gone like mine was. You only need the 2 anyway. So missing the back tab has not caused any dramas at all. Still sits nice and flush, holds everything in right. See the hair sort of comes out nicely at the bottom there. The helmet really sits nicely on the head sculpt. Here we have the Loki head sculpt. Sorry, I can't really take the helmet off to show you. Looks like without. There are plenty of reviews that do show that, so I apologise for that, but I really like the sculpt with the helmet on. Those big horns, looks absolutely awesome. All the detail. Let's say the head sculpt's probably not as good as the prototype. I wouldn't say by much. Look, when everyone first saw that prototype, they were like astonished how good it was. But you know, it's probably just slightly less than the prototype. Usually the releases are better than the prototype, but it's either equal to or just a little bit less as good. Obviously, it's now mass produced, not a single one-off hand painted sculpt, so you gotta expect that. But it still looks absolutely awesome. One of the best head sculpts there is, in my opinion. So you have to do something really tricky to get the helmet off. You have to really squeeze this in and pop that out. So it's just very hard with 2 hands, let alone 1 hand on the camera. So I can't really do that, guys. The cape comes separate in the box. You have to slide that in through here and it clicks in. There's special tabs on the ends of both sides, so it sits in nice and flush. I was originally going to get 2 of these figures because I wanted one without the helmet, posed without the helmet and the short scepter, and one with this helmet on and the long scepter. But after watching the movie again, when he does have the short scepter, he has a different outfit on altogether. So I passed on getting 2 and just stuck with the 1. Plus, if they ever do one from Thor 2, hopefully without the helmet, I'll be able to pick that up. And his hair will be a lot longer and won't be contoured to fit the helmet on the new version if they ever do one. So I'm quite happy with having just 1 now. The outfit is absolutely stunning. The amount of detail on it, the beading around the edges, different colouring, the folds, the belt strap, the armour in there, beading on the arm, all the washes and dry brushing on the gauntlets, and shoulder pads, my bicep guards, a nice purple colour there, that subtle sort of diamond patterning. Even got the silver in there, the folding on the knee, over the knee joints, and then you have these awesome looking boots really big, nice weathering on the bottom, all the sort of studs and buckles, and just so well done. If I was the person putting these outfits together on a massive scale, for this product, I'd be pulling my hair out. Would have been a massive job creating lots of these outfits for this figure, and they've done an excellent job. Hot Toys have, and it's good to finally get another villain in the collection, because Hot Toys don't usually do villains that often. We're getting plenty of heroes, but finally glad to have Loki. It's an excellent figure, guys. So I'm sure if you don't already have it, if you do want it, the price is starting to creep up a bit now, because obviously it's starting to sell out in more and more places. I know here in Australia will only be a few left in certain online stores. So once that starts going and other people start catching on to Hot Toys, there's going to be a lot of competition trying to find one and pick one up. Especially with Thor 2 coming out, seeing Loki in that film, people who might have been on the fence with this might want to change their mind and go and get one. Absolutely love it. It's a great figure. Just look at all the folding, just like Thor and Odin's, nice folding on the cape. So nice. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this review. I'll finish up with that. So, hope you've liked this review of Hot Toys Loki. Now it's a little bit later than most other reviewers, but I do get my figures a lot later now because I have so much on pre-order, and the figures are just getting more expensive every week. So I just hold off now and get it for a really good price from my local store. So occasionally I will pick up the early release. I might pick up Scar Predator from Hong Kong soon, so stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. Bye guys.